So I actually grew up in real estate as a cold caller. Before I was even a licensed broker, I was a cold caller. I was making 500 to 600 phone calls a day, looking for people who were interested in buying and selling real estate. So that's kind of my background, and I think a big piece of what's made me successful as well. But it's also something that I continue to kind of, not that I call 500 or 600 people a day anymore, but I kind of have that in the back of my head whenever I'm hiring people, and the people that I hire, I make sure they're willing to do the same. But we all spend 3-4 hours a day specifically on lead conversion in the office. All we're doing is outbound efforts. We don't even respond to calls until after all of our outbound efforts are made.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil. Today, I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Matthew Kane, who is a real estate investor and broker based in North Carolina. So excited to have you here today, Matthew.
I'm happy to be here. I appreciate you guys inviting me on.
Absolutely. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from your experience with investing and the brokerage side of real estate. So let's dive in. First off, for those not yet familiar with you and your work, can you share what your main focus is?
Yeah, so I started this business 9.5 years ago, and I started primarily in retail real estate. So I started as an individual agent, kind of built my individual business where I got to the point in my first year, sold 40 houses, then 80, then 100 and 120, and kind of kept compounding and compounding and compounding until I hit that wall where I needed to build a team to support all these opportunities that I had coming in. So I did. I ended up building that real estate team, not necessarily out of wanting to have a team, but needing to have a team. And eventually that's been ongoing for about 5 years now. We started with just one buyer's agent. We're now up to about 20 agents in our group. And just being in the position we are, we naturally fell into a lot of investment opportunities, right? So it really was 2-3 years ago where I actually just started getting involved in those opportunities and stepping out of my lane and stepping into that. So in our first year, 2 years ago, we really built out that investment wing. We really started focusing on that guaranteed cash offer program for our real estate team. And in that first year, we did about 40 investment deals. And we are on track to outpace that here for our second full year as well. So we're hoping to hit 60.
Awesome. Yeah. How did you kind of pivot into the investing? Is there kind of a way that you decided that that's the route you're going to take? And how did that journey look like to get more into the investing side?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, so for me it was kind of organic. It wasn't like a decision I made. It was we're naturally marketing everywhere for retail real estate. So I was getting calls from people that were more along the lines of, "Hey, do you know an investor who will just buy this house from me?" And it was probably 3 years ago when I got this one call, and it was, "Hey, I don't care really what I get for an offer. It just, I need someone to buy this house. I need to sell it quick, or, worse things will happen." And it was the first time where I've really stepped out of my lane and said, you know what, I've got to find a way to make this happen. I was getting a little burnt out on real estate sales and running around and chasing clients. So I was looking for something a little bit less work the weekends and the nights. So I jumped on that opportunity, and we had a huge profit margin. And it kind of just opened my eyes to the possibilities, and we started marketing and shifting towards that.
Awesome. And what do you feel are some of the main keys that made the biggest difference in allowing your business to be able to grow and run smoothly?
I was really fortunate enough to have some really good support here in our group when we took off. I had a few other business partners that were very interested in this as well, and they also work leads just as hard as I do. And I think that's really the foundation, and that's what led us to be successful, is because we go direct to seller. We are very accustomed to working leads. And I don't think a lot of groups hit them as hard as we do. We put them through 10 days of pain. We do everything because we're so used to doing that for retail sales, where we are actually converting our cash offer leads at a much higher level than most groups around. So I think that was a big component of it, and something that's kind of helped us continue to thrive.
Definitely. How do you process hiring the right people? Is there a certain protocol or type of person that you're looking for?
Yeah, so our hiring process, we have everybody go through the same process. We always are hiring the right people. So we always have job applications open on every different medium you could imagine. We do have a little bit more of a tiresome application process where they have to do the personality assessments. They have to send us video. They meet with my operations guy twice. They do a virtual call with him, then they meet him in person, then they'll meet me. And then if I give them the thumbs up, I'll introduce him to the team and see what the team thinks. So it just kind of prevents future issues with them. But I normally will know pretty quickly whether or not they have that personality that I'm looking for. And I'm just really looking for those hungry yet humble folks that mesh well with the team and that are driven and competitive.
Definitely. That's important. So when we chatted earlier, you mentioned lead generation is a strength of yours. Can you expand on what that looks like for you?
Yeah, so I grew up in real estate. I came to a market where I wasn't aware of anybody. I did not have friends. I did not have a sphere of influence, had no local presence. So I actually grew up in real estate as a cold caller. Before I was even a licensed broker, I was a cold caller. I was making 500 to 600 phone calls a day, looking for people who are interested in buying and selling real estate. So that's kind of my background, and I think a big piece of what made me successful as well. But it's also something that I continue to kind of, not that I call 500 or 600 people a day anymore, but I kind of have that in the back of my head whenever I'm hiring people, and the people that I hire, I make sure they're willing to do the same. But we all spend 3-4 hours a day specifically on lead conversion in the office. All we're doing is outbound efforts. We don't even respond to calls until after all of our outbound efforts are made. But right now we're doing direct mail. We do have a cold calling team. We have the acquisition specialist. We do PPC. We do PPL. We're doing it all. And we're looking to just kind of continue to grow those efforts and continue to partner with people that are willing to put in that same level of work that I did.
Yeah, absolutely. That's important. What are you most focused on solving or scaling to next in your business?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So right now I currently do a lot of the acquisitions myself, and I sell still as well because I'm kind of in what I would call the mud, where I'm not really fully out of production. I'm still kind of working on getting there and building out the team. So I don't need to be in the day to day. So that's really my next focus, is figuring, okay, do I have enough people to take all these appointments? Do I trust the people? Have I trained them well enough? Is everything in order where these guys can kind of step into this role? And is our model and our package strong enough to where they're incentivized to grow with us instead of looking for other opportunities? So just really honing in, building that out. 2026, I'm also planning to hire a full-time number 2. So I'm excited about that. Because I've done most of this at this point. It's been pretty much a solo effort with myself and an executive assistant, but we are looking to put in that operations role full time, and hopefully that kind of sparks a fire and helps us continue our growth.
Awesome. As far as investing, are there any sort of opportunities or asset classes that you're hoping to invest and add to your portfolio?
Yeah, this is the year I'm looking specifically for commercial. We know all those commercial notes have or are coming due here in the future. So we're looking to kind of push our marketing towards commercial properties, landlords, multifamilies, things along those lines. And kind of, for me personally, as far as properties that I'm holding, I'm holding plenty of residential single families and townhomes and things like that, but really just sort of shifting over, going a little bit bigger, and yeah, going to put in the work to get there, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned that you've done a lot of flips this year. What has been like one of the challenges that you've experienced and lessons that you've learned?
I think one of the lesson learned, we've been fortunate enough, we've been really successful, and we do a lot of homework on all of our properties, and we underwrite it multiple times from multiple different people to prevent any kind of issues with ARVs and things along those lines. And we have 2 people look at the property to get 2 opinions before we actually close on the transaction. But just one trend I think that I have picked up on that does scare me a little bit is if we do, a lot of times we'll send out that first acquisitions guy or girl, and the ARV comes out drastically incorrect. And it almost seems, because they are paid based on closings, basically securing the deal for us, we do pay upfront for that, and then we take them from that, where they're giving us projections that are just way out of line with what reality is. So we've been seeing a lot of that lately, and really just kind of focusing in on slowing things down to make sure all those numbers are right before we enter any kind of deal.
Yeah, definitely. That's important. Do you have any advice for those that are just starting out in investing?
I would say it's kind of a twofold thing for me, because I'm very much, I was probably stuck in analysis paralysis for a couple of years where I just wasn't actually pulling the trigger and doing it. So I want to say to trust your gut. And if you do come up on one of those opportunities and you think it might be a gateway for you, don't hesitate to jump on it. But that double sword, I'd say, have a mentor, know somebody that is in the business that's been doing this for a while, have somebody to run your numbers against, and just double check everything. But don't let those opportunities slip by.
Yeah, definitely. That's important. What are your goals for this coming year?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Goals for 2026. I think I mentioned earlier, we are going to hire that operations member. That's a big one for us, and that's going to take a while to find that right person. My second goal is to be fully out of acquisitions and fully out of sales. So that'll be big for myself and my family. So I think my wife will super appreciate that. So those are the two big ones. And then as far as, I guess, transactions, deal count, things like that, we're trying to hit 60 investment deals this year. And we should break about 400 sales. Super active. That would be a very, very achievable thing. That would be about a 20% increase on sales, 25% increase on investment properties.
Awesome.
Yep.
And yeah, as far as like the brokerage side of your business, like, are you also selling to investors?
I am. Yep, we do. We keep our cash buyer list. We do wholesale deals. We do bring opportunities to investors. It all just kind of depends on what the deal looks like, where it is, how booked out our contractors are, things like that. We're not afraid to take a small win instead of a big win just to keep things moving and continue to have a positive ROI on our lead sources. And it's also good just building relationships with other local investors. Those good opportunities that you hand off, it comes back to you tenfold. So not afraid to do that at all. But yeah, we do it for sure. And then we also have, a lot of times we will have these deals that would make sense as investment properties, but we just don't have the capacity to take something on, and I don't have another immediate buyer for it. We do have that nice fallback because we are a real estate sales team where we can also just go ahead and list the property. One of the things that was really unique looking at my numbers last year was our number one source of business for our investment company actually came from our retail sales team. And then our number one retail listing source actually came from our investment company. So it was kind of neat to see how that all came together.
That's awesome. So do you have like different kind of like groups and teams? What does that look like?
We so we do have it's kind of hodgepodge a little bit. It's our business, our client facing business is that real estate company. We do have a couple folks that do acquisitions behind the scenes that are not licensed real estate agents. They are going solely exclusively to buy that property. But then we also do have a few experienced listing agents that understand the value of investing in real estate, where they will actually, we do trust them to go hold an acquisitions appointment to go meet with the seller. And basically they're going to give the seller different options, and whichever option is most appropriate for that seller, we're able to execute on it.
Awesome. As far as networking, are there any specific strategies that you use or ways that networking has like made the biggest difference for your business?
Yeah, so we are a part of a few large investment masterminds that we do go to. It's really cool to see what other people are doing across the country. I've been a part of a few different ones for a few different years now. But so we do that so we can see what's going on nationally, see what other practices people are using. And it's just wild to go to these events and you hear this one little thing and it just kind of clicks with you as a missed opportunity, or why the heck am I not doing that kind of situation. Or maybe it's a tool that somebody's using that can help you grow your business incredibly. So we're doing that on a national level. We do the local real estate investment meetings. And then we also do all of our realtor events and marketing to realtors and letting realtors know that if their clients do need a cash offer, that we are here for them. And we can pay those realtors their commission and get them taken care of as well. We do end up getting quite a few transactions through that medium.
Awesome. And for investors that are, looking to maybe buy property in the North Carolina area, is there anything that people need to know about your market?
Most important. So I'm on the coast. I'm kind of by the beach. There's been a lot of storms. Yeah, so I'd say the biggest risk looking at real estate here in my market, where I'm in coastal North Carolina, obviously hurricane damage, mold, there's high humidity. So definitely checking those flood zones, making sure there's no previous history. And what's really cool and something that we kind of picked up on too is you can actually look at old NOAA maps to see where previous floodwater landed. So that's something that we kind of built into our process as well. And really just the crawl spaces here in coastal North Carolina are always high risk. Just damaged wood, rot, mold, termites, things like that. Just some things to keep an eye out for here in our market.
Yeah, absolutely. Makes sense. Awesome. So before we wrap up here, if someone wants to reach out, connect, learn more, where can people find you and connect with you?
Yeah, they can find me directly on Facebook at Matthew Kane, Coastal Carolina's favorite agent, or they can reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram at Title Realty Partners.
Awesome. Appreciate your time and your story. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate you having me.
Of course. And for the listeners tuning in, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators like Matthew who are building real businesses. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.